Welcome back to the worst takes you've ever heard in your entire life. This time it is Newsbeat and industry. Here's what I don't understand. BBC has to inform, educate, and entertain. What's so educating about Death in Paradise? Like Doctor Who, you could say that it gives you a bit of a history lesson, but what's educational about Death in Paradise? I can't. What's educational about the thick of it? Like I love Death in Paradise, and I love the thick of it. Okay, so I had to go out and get some stuff, and while I was out, I thought about how another thing is that in 2003, BBC was doing like a thing about history about I think it was the Roman Empire, and showing a depiction of the Roman Empire. I don't nothing wrong with that, but in 2017, I think, or somewhere between 2017 and 2019, they did it again. But their depiction of a typical family in the Roman Empire was mixed race. And this actually started a big argument because it was like the there yes, there were black people there, but to say that is a typical family in those times, it's not. Like the I think the population of black people was like 3% for today's standards. Black people make up 13% of the population, and while that's only a 10% jump, it's still a lot considering we're talking about 13% of 7 billion. Just my point is that okay, they have a duty to educate, but it seems to be that they're teaching lies because it you know you'd probably go years without seeing a black person at that time unless you yourself were black. Oh, the BBC take risks. The BBC do not take risks. If the BBC were taking risks, they would have not hired your man from Sex Education to play the Doctor. Like, you know, taking a risk would be hiring someone that would actually be able to play the Doctor. And especially if it's someone that people want, like Michael Sheen. He would be perfect. Okay, maybe not perfect. Yeah, perfect. He'd be perfect as Doctor. He'd be like, I've never seen any of Peter Davison's episodes, but I imagine he'd be like Peter Davison. Also, excuse the sort of plasticky noise in the background. And you know those circular batteries that are on the iPads? I'm trying to remove them from the Duracell packaging because it's just really hard to get into. Oh, they got smaller niche audiences. I'll tell you who the audience for the BBC is: communists. Like BBC, communist propaganda. That's all there really is to it. And I've covered this in Nostalgia Part 1. Probably part 1. When I was doing brand sins. Okay, I got the first battery out. BBC, large brand, global. Yes, that's true. But the thing is that Americans think the Peaky Blinders. Now, you're going to laugh at this, but I'll tell you something about your favourite show in a minute. But the Americans think the Peaky Blinders is a Netflix original series. Because, and I know this because I had a VPN for a year. And Peaky Blinders is in my Netflix list, so I fact I watch it on TV on BBC. But Netflix own the rights to the broadcast Peaky Blinders in America. Like they're the only people that are able to do it for something like, I don't know, say Disney. Disney have NCIS now, but they don't consider NCIS a Disney Plus original series or a Star original series because other places give you access to NCIS in the UK, like CBS Justice. Right? So, an example for over here is Riverdale, and I talk about this all the time. If you go onto the British Netflix and go onto Riverdale, it will say a Netflix original series. It is not a Netflix original series. It's done by the CW. Same channel does Arrow, iZombie, Smallville, etc. I really hope I'm not cutting in these batteries. Just, yeah, they are global, but still. Now, I've never listened to BBC Radio 1. I've only ever seen stuff like that upload to the YouTube channel, like that Playground Insult series. But she said that in the day they play popular music, and then at night they play old music. I doubt her. Like, guarantee you, at day it's crappy electropop, and at night, not electropop, EDM. At night, it's the same thing, just a little more chill. It goes from EDM to electronica, which to me is the same thing. It's just levels of aggression. Oh, and then there's also like rap music, like bloody First Class, if that's still on the radio, I don't know. I haven't left the house in a while because of Corona. Right, I get that obviously the music comes first, but I mean, I think the non-music stuff is more popular. It's the only reason why people watch. Because as I said, you have the Playground Insults. You have there's a thing of, sorry, I'm just trying to clean some of the stuff off my iPad. There's Jennifer Aniston did a prank interview where they were interviewing her, and one of the interviewer's mates said to Jen, you know, can you act like a prick? And she did. I didn't watch the full thing, but what I did see was funny. They have to provide some news. Yes, they're news. You know, start off with your crappy EDM music, and as soon as the beat is about to drop, Buckingham Palace has announced whoever your man was died. You know, on my Prince Philip BBC remix that I uploaded as a short. Yeah. Oh, digital convergent technology is more popular for audiences now. Really, I couldn't tell. It's not as if I just said about an hour ago that the magazine industry is dead in my Twitter video. BBC Radio 1 Extra is for a diverse black audience. How? Okay, BBC Asian Network being targeted at Asian audiences, I get that. What I don't understand is BBC Radio 1 Extra being targeted at black people. You're putting it extremely lightly. Oh, BBC going free budget cuts. The BBC has lost money. It is on the verge of bankruptcy. Like, that is, they're getting rid of the license fee, but it's not going to actually happen until like 2027, I think. Which I'm glad that it's going, but I wish it would go faster. I'm just trying to. This won't work for some reason, but I'm pretty sure these are the exact same batteries that I've used last time, or please don't tell me that I've cut into them. Right, young people would not listen to Newsbeat. Right, young people are politically active, but their political activism is celebrity said this, therefore this, and it's through Instagram. Like, they see Jennifer Aniston on Friends on Netflix, follow her on Instagram, and then I get that she took a long time to join Instagram, but when she did, she was talking about the Australian bushfires that were happening at the start of 2020 and saying that it was like climate change that did it, and then her fan base starts protesting climate change, despite the fact that, okay, so the batteries are fine. But anyway, despite the fact that it wasn't climate change that caused the Australian bushfires, it was actually arson. Okay, so most of this just repeating over and over again. This happened. They did this because they're losing money. They did this because they're losing money. But she's trying to make it sound not as bad as it really is. Like it's budget cuts. Budget cuts. It's not budget cuts. The BBC is, as I said, they are on life support. And we are all pulling the plug because no one is paying the license fee anymore. And Marcus pointed this out, but the only people that were paying the license fee were the old people that they're able to scam into paying it. Actually, yeah, that's it. But they're all dead now. They're on social media because young audiences, so I couldn't tell. Okay, this is something that I'll never understand because I've known of it for a while, but you can get like radio as a channel on TV. Like, I don't know why you would ever do that. Also, I should mention this. If the uploader is watching this, I'm sorry for showing your face. I didn't want to do that, but it's gotten to the point where I feel like I have no choice, and I don't blame you. I blame the bloody exam board. You're just you're just doing your job. Um, but you're trying to help people doing this subject, which is impossible to win at. I'm just pointing out that the exam board are idiots for saying all this. Like, it's their fault, not yours. I'm sorry for showing your face, but you have shown your face, so this isn't like doxing or anything. Right, talking about BBC One, talking about fine, talking about BBC One Extra, fine, I guess. But talking about BBC Asia, I don't get why you're talking about that one, because there is a hell of a lot more than that. There's also, it goes up to like BBC Radio 4 and a couple other numberless channels. Alright, very short. It's 7.5 minutes. I don't want to be sitting here for 7.5 minutes watching this. Like, I'm probably going to end up using your videos to revise, and I have recently when, like, for Kern and Seaton, I think, because I was asked a question on it last week, and I forgot all about them because it's been a while. And the booklet that we're doing now doesn't cover it. and I really didn't want to go. I don't even think I have the sheet on me. It might be in school because I have a file in school that has most of my media and English work. I have a feeling that if the teacher were to find out about that, he would be very pissed and demand to know where it is. I'm not giving up where it is.